Well, what do you got to show and tell us about
Okay,
that?
well, so I posted on LinkedIn the other day. I was at a store and I posted there was a giant carton of iced tea. And when you live and you're near Pittsburgh, there's only one iced tea, and it is Turner's Tea. Turner's Tea, the greatest iced tea, the greatest sweet tea. The diet tea is great. Everything Turner's has is great. So I posted a picture and I said, man, like uh, make your supporter, hopefully your supporters are as passionate as I am about Turner's Tea. Tom, with his big head, brought up, he was like, what about Turner Hill or Turkey Hill or some alternative iced tea that can't even be said in Pittsburgh? And so I even asked Turner's Tea what they thought about it, and they commented. So they were mad at Tom as well, the company. But today I wanted to show you. I brought See, Turner's Tea. This is the diet Turner's Tea. It comes in gallons. It is the best sweet tea there is. I go through them by the gallon. When I made anything that floats a couple years ago, I put gallons of Turner's Tea on the bottom. So I wish you could have some of this. I had to open a new gallon because I didn't want to bring open the half-gallon one. But Turner's Tea, the best iced tea. They call it in Pittsburgh, which I don't consider myself a Yinzer, but my son says we are. They say it's Yinzer fuel. So my show and tell today is this Turner's Tea by the gallon. I'm gonna take a sip of it for you, Tom. Wow, is it good? And I will say you can even mix it with Jack Daniels and Jack Daniels honey, and it's great. Turner's Tea, the only iced tea of champions. So that is today's show and tell, Tom. What do you think?
I kind of feel like you're sort of you're butchering of or kind of forgetting Turkey Hill. It feels slightly disingenuous to me because I'm pretty sure. I mean, I might be wrong about this, but I'm pulling up a map right now to try to fact check myself in real time. I was under the impression that Turkey Hills were all over Pennsylvania.
Turkey Hills. When I go east to Somerset to the more rural areas, I see some Turkey Hill out there, but I mean, I cannot compare it to the beauty of Turner's. I will say I
Okay.
went to Chicago and they got no good sweet tea out there, so they need to step up their game.
All right. So I will say this. I will accept the stumbling over Turkey Hill as not disingenuous, like that was genuine, because I just looked it up on the map, and it looks like the most western Turkey Hill is in like Harrisburg. All right, so like they don't go any further west than that. I thought they were statewide. They're not. It's just Eastern Pennsylvania. And I went to college in Eastern Pennsylvania, and where I went to college, and my one of my college roommates who grew up in Eastern Pennsylvania, was a huge Turkey Hill stan in the same way you're a Turner's stan, right? So like there is like Eastern Pennsylvania has Turkey Hill, and they do all the iced teas. They do they do all the diet iced teas, the sweet tea, the lemonade tea, like they do all of those, this all that kind of, and I'm sure Turner does the same, but just in Western like Pennsylvania and the Pittsburgh area. And so it's an interstate or intrastate rivalry, I would say, between Eastern Pennsylvania has Turkey Hill, Western Pennsylvania has Turner's, and never the twain shall meet. So it was my experience in Eastern Pennsylvania that led me to ask the question, which I didn't come out guns blazing. Just to clear the record, I literally wrote, "What about Turkey Hill?" question mark. That was it. That was the whole comment that sparked this anger from Dominic, this outrage, and him bringing the Turner's brand in, and Jim Ajay got on board with it and was giving me grief. So pardon me for not being familiar with a local Pittsburgh iced tea company, having grown up in New York and lived in Pennsylvania for a few years in college. But anyway, that's just to clarify things. I'm glad you have your favorite iced tea, Dom. I'm happy for you. I'm happy you have Turner's, which I keep almost calling Taylor's, and
This
I don't know why.
this is this is the fuel of champions.